discussion with you guys about why things happen. And I'm a strong believer, and I believe that things happen for a reason. And I know some people don't believe in that, and that's okay. Whatever you believe in is your choice. I'm not forcing anything. I just come and say what's on my mind. And there's some things that some people might not like that I'm gonna say in this video, but I hope that you watch and maybe try to understand what I'm trying to say. But I want to talk about why things happen for a reason. For example, have you ever been in a bad relationship or a bad job, and in that job you're not realizing that really you're kind of doing a bad job, and you're doing a bad job because you're not happy at that job. You don't like that job, you know what I mean? You're just there to just survive, make money, go home, whatever. But whole time, later on in life, you be I had to go through that job to understand what it is that I really want in life. What do I want to do for a living? Or you had to go through that to know what is going to make you happy in your job and what's not going to make you happy in your job. So I'm a strong believer in things happen for a reason. And I know a lot of people say, well, what about babies dying and things like that? Why does that have to happen? I don't know. It has to. Whoever's baby had passed away or had a miscarriage or whatever, maybe they should think long and hard and be is there a reason why this happened? Maybe I'm not ready, or maybe this guy is not for me, or if I have this baby, I'm gonna struggle. That's up to the person who, is going through that thing. I can't say why that happened, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here for that. I'm just saying that I think that most people should believe that things happen for a reason. And I'm gonna use Brittany Griner for example. And I know a lot of people are gonna be upset with me and stuff like that when I say this, but I am not saying she had to go through this to do this, that, and that, she deserved it or anything like that, because nobody deserves what she's gone through, and she's so strong. And I pray that God brings her home, or or whoever she believes in. I hope that she keeps praying to them and bring her home, But I see a lot of people saying, oh, she's there because she's black and they're not letting her go for this, that, and the third. No, I don't think a race honestly plays a part in it. And I think that, I know a lot of y'all gonna get mad at me when I say this, but I feel a lot of people play the race card for things that doesn't necessarily need that race card, because there's a white man that's trapped there right now. His name is Paul Whelan, and his brother has been fighting for him to come home. And honestly, I didn't even know about him until Brittany Griner came into the situation that she's in right now. I had no idea about Paul Whelan. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but his brother did an interview, and he was saying how, and I love the fact that he didn't say, oh, because Brittany is famous and this, that, and the third, she got this much coverage and my brother didn't. He didn't say none of that. He didn't say any of that. He was so graceful with his words, and I love that. And I love that he didn't speak about race either. And the race part comes mostly from the black people that I see, saying that because she's black, they detained her. And this is where it comes into play, why I say things happen for a reason. Like I just said, that man, Paul Whelan, has been in Russian prison longer than Brittany has been there, and nobody honestly gave him the coverage. Now, what I'm gonna say may sound crazy to others, but hey, what I'm trying to say is, just like when you believe that people are messengers and God sends you a messenger and all that other stuff, I believe that Brittany Griner was put in the position, yes, because she made a mistake. of, you know, bringing that into Russia and all that other stuff. But also, I feel like it was more so set up for her to bring coverage to Paul Whelan and other people that are stuck in Russia. There's always like a sacrifice, I believe, in order for good to come. Like, it gets worse before it gets better, I believe. And I believe that Brittany's gonna come home. I believe there's a reason why there's so much coverage going on over her and stuff like that. Yes, because she's a U.S. citizen, and they're in Russia, it's being like disgusting. They're like using her as a pawn in their politics and all of that stuff. Like, yes, I feel like that's wrong, and that also plays a part, but I feel like there's always like a bigger picture that people have to see, instead of always just throwing out reasons why this happened. Like, I feel like everything has a reason, and sometimes the reason is bigger than us. And I feel like only the strongest people can survive the sacrifice that have to be put through. So I do believe that Brittany Griner, her situation was also highlighted to help him also, and other people who are stuck in Russia. Like, I see like a bigger picture, you know what I mean? And also, I feel like people have to suffer in order for other people to learn, and not really pay attention to those people who are suffering. You're missing a lesson. Everything is a lesson. I believe everything happens for a reason, and when you ignore those reasons or ignore those lessons, a lot of people stop to scroll and look at it and say, oh, that's so sad, and then scroll again. No, you just missed it. Why don't you help them? You know what I mean? And even the Colin Kaepernick thing, I hope I'm saying these people's name right. If not, y'all know what I'm trying to say. He took a kneel, right? I felt like he did that for the reason of, hey, like, America, y'all is playing with my people. Y'all got police brutality out here, blah, 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 blah. But most people didn't join him. Why? Because they was worried about losing a check. I feel like we missed our chance a little bit by not standing next to him, by not supporting him. If they would have kicked y'all off the team, okay, let them kick y'all off the team. It's a bigger picture. It's not about a check. It's not about none of that. We can't take a check with us in our coffin. We can't take our cars, our monies, whatever. We may enjoy it right now, but at the end of the day, it's like something bigger than us. And I feel like now that all this stuff is happening in the world, I feel like it's time for people to be like, hey, there's a bigger reason. There's a bigger reason for everything. It's a bigger picture that we can't see, you know. And ultimately, Colin Kaepernick took the sacrifice without his brothers, without his, you know, teammates making that sacrifice with him. And to me, I feel like that's sad. And that's another thing, like on the news that I was watching, they were saying like Brittany Griner was anti-American. She didn't stand for the flag. Yeah, because look, but y'all missing the bigger picture. She wasn't doing those things because look how y'all treat us here. When I say us, I'm saying black people. Look how y'all treat us here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to like depict her as like she was just saying like she doesn't care about her country, all of that, other that. No, she was basically trying to say, hey, you know, y'all see what y'all doing to us? Y'all see it? You know what I mean? But in the media, y'all was like picking her apart as in she was being disrespectful to America. No, y'all disrespectful to her. Y'all disrespectful to her kind and our kind. You know what I mean? Y'all disrespectful to us. And when I say y'all, I'm not just saying white people. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying about all races. Sometimes all races is racist. Spanish people, Indian people, whatever. But like I said, it's not about race, but I'm just saying, like, don't miss the bigger picture worrying about the bad that somebody else is trying to portray to you. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody else is trying to give you something, but have like something behind their back that can hurt you. It's like, pay attention. There's always something bigger. There's always a reason for something. And I feel like we need to pay attention to what is, you know, going on, your reasons. Don't just sit there and feel like, oh, you just struggling, you just hurting for nothing. There's a bigger reason, you know, and take accountability. Like for me, I know like I struggle with that too. I used to be like, oh, I didn't get that job because she was just hating, or she didn't invite me because she was just a hater. You know, like, no, there has to be some type of responsibility that we have to take for our own actions also why things happen. Like sometimes things happen so we can like look out at ourselves like, maybe what I'm doing is like not right. Maybe I'm messed up, like doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Like just take a second, breathe, reevaluate. You know, there's always a bigger reason. And I do want to go back to the Colin Kaepernick situation, and I'm sorry if I ain't saying his name right, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like for me, I felt like we were supposed to stand as like one, as like a nation, like, hey, we're not taking the police keep shooting us for no reason, keep shooting these, you know, black kings out here for no reason. They got families, they got all of that, and you know, responsibilities. You know, maybe he's his grandmother's caretaker. Maybe he's the only one who comes to the house and feed her. But y'all just killed her. Y'all just took her life too. But like what I'm trying to say is, when he took that kneel, everybody should have stood with him, but we didn't. We didn't. And I feel like as everything that's going on in the world, Brittany Griner, all of that stuff, and Democrats against the Republicans, like real bad, they real separated. I feel like we all need to like come together and reevaluate, like breathe, reevaluate. We all playing on the same team, so why be divided? White people, black people, Indian people, whatever. If you all living in the same country, we all living in the same world, we don't need to be divided. And I'm not saying like everything can be fixed, because people gonna do what they want to do, but I feel like as like America, that's Millie, my baby, but as like America, we supposed to be like united. So much shit has happened here, so much BS. Like I feel like people is tired of like constant fear, and especially like the news and the media keeps putting you like in constant fear. I don't even really be watching the news like that, only like if something like really significant is happening. Other than that, I don't want to live in fear. I don't want to feel like I'm about to die any second, or my life is just ending. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you are what you feel. You know, your vibration is you. Your energy is you. So I want to keep myself like clean as possible. But yeah, I feel like everybody just needs to stand together. And I know it's like easier said than done, but honestly, no, I'm not gonna say it's easier said than done, because it is easy, but people just choose it to be hard. Like everything is a choice in life. You choosing to be over here when you can be together. Like everything is a choice. And I know there's gonna be some people who are saying it's not that simple. You making it not simple. You making it not simple. Throw your pride out the window, throw your ego out the window, and stand together. I feel like when people stand together, they're unbreakable. And like I said, I feel like we missed our part. Missed our chance when Colin Kaepernick stood on his knee. I feel like if everybody would have took a knee and everybody would have went out and protested peacefully instead of like stealing and acting like a fool, I feel like so much would have been different. Like, you know, like back in the days, we not back in the day or nothing like that, but you know, black people like we're together, and white people joined Martin Luther King when he was marching in the street, and none of them was pushing him away. Like, no, you wasn't here, you're not fighting for me. He trying to fight for you, so why you keep pushing him away? Why? Like I said, we all need to come together, and not everything is about race. Not everything has to be because I'm black, this, that, and the third. Like, how you expect for better if you're not gonna be better? You know, you want them to stop treating you like this, basically accept you, but you also have to accept them too. And I'm not just speaking to black people, I'm speaking to all races, I'm speaking to all Americans right now, to just be together. Like, people is tired. The crime in the world, especially in New York, like, it's crazy over there right now. Everybody needs to like just come together and understand that there's a reason for everything. Like, something bigger than us is, you know, put your pride to the side. There's something bigger than us out there. And a lot of people like keep on like going against like a river that's just flowing. You can't swim in no current. So why y'all keep forcing? Like, it's easier not to be angry. It doesn't take as much energy to be happy, you know, or choose to like stick together regardless of what somebody else say. Like, I feel like everything is so separated, and I feel like all this is happening right now because we need to be together. And I know it's not gonna happen anytime soon, but I pray like my kids' generation or whoever's generation get to see it, you know. But it's a bigger reason for everything. And like I said, like going back to what I was saying, like Paul Whelan and Brittany Griner, I feel like she's having to make a sacrifice to also bring light to the other prisoners in Russia. You know what I mean? And I was watching, it's called Faulkner Focus, and the host name is Harris Faulkner, I think that's her name. She's a black woman, and she said, I wonder if it was LeBron James or whatever, would he be home right now, and all this other stuff. Like, stuff like that does not matter. The fact is, LeBron James is not over there. Brittany Griner sadly is. So why you keep on talking about stuff that does not matter? The only thing that matters is what is happening now in the solution. That is it. Not what if so-and-so was over here. Not, oh, I bet if that's a white person who was doing this, that, and the third, this wouldn't have happened. No. Sadly, the black person has gotten shot. The black man has gotten shot. The father, the son has gotten shot. So don't worry about what if. What are we going to do about it now? What is you going to do about it now? Not talking about, oh, if that would have happened to a white person or an athlete or whatever. No, that does not matter. And sadly, I'm sad that the news even said that. What if it was a LeBron James, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. What is you going to do about it? Is you going to help the lady, or what are y'all going to do about it? You going to go out in the street and protest? You going to write a letter to Russia? Whatever. I don't know. But all I know is that saying what ifs doesn't help nothing. Sit down, take a breather, and look at the bigger picture. They be having me hot on that show. But that's why I really don't be watching the news too much. And I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say this, even though it might not even have to do with my topic. But it probably does when I think about it. But listen. And also, on the news, like I said, it's not about race. Just let me make my point. Like, on the news, I never hear them say a Caucasian woman, a white woman got hit by a car, or a white woman and her kids were saved from a fire accident. No, I always hear a black woman and her kids were hurt and were in a fire or got shot, or you know what I'm saying. But if it's a white person, they say the white person's name. If it's a black person, they don't say their names, and that irritates me to like the core. Say her name, say the person that got into that accident, but instead they say the white person's name and not the black person's name. And I know what you're saying. You're probably thinking like, yeah, that's what we're trying to say. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. Make the point to where they can care about us. When you know what I'm saying, there's a bigger picture. If you hear that and that makes you angry, change it. change it. Like back in the day when Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, whoever, was all in the streets or whatever, it affected everybody. Not just you see it on your phone, that's sad, scroll. No. They was out there with them marching peacefully, not destroying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bigger reason for everything. And I think now is the time where everybody needs to stop pointing fingers, and think about how we can make it better. And a lot of people keep saying we're living in our last days. Do what you want to do. Go crazy. No, honestly, I don't think we're living in our last days. I feel like everything is happening for the reason that we need to understand, like, that stuff is falling apart and how can we fix it. And when it got better, you know, white people and black people started to just like come together and work together. You know, there was peace, but a little bit. It has. I'm not saying like it's 100% like we got treated like royalty here. No, I ain't saying that. But I'm just saying that it was a little bit better. I feel like we gotta keep working at how we can make it better, instead of just like seeing it, oh, that's sad, black man got killed, I'm gonna go out in the street, act crazy, go home, eat a sandwich, that's it. No. If we want better, we gotta think about the bigger reasons why things are happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be enjoying this beautiful stuff right now and buying your Dior shirt, whatever, living good, but I'm telling you, there's gonna come to a point where people are gonna say, I wish I would have stopped, took a breath, reevaluated the situation, and understand that there's a bigger reason for everything. And that's really all I had to say. And that's been on my mind for a long time, especially about that Colin Kaepernick. I'm mad that we missed our chance. And I know a lot of y'all probably like, well, what did you do? Did you stand behind him? Did you support him? I did support him. I did. Now, what I'm just trying to say is, like, take a look at why you think things are happening. Why do you think that bad relationship happened? Why you think that you had to struggle for so long? Why do you feel like you didn't get that house? Why you didn't pass that test? Why that man don't want you? Whatever. Or why your friend acting shit? Ooh, nappy. Why something didn't happen? Just think about it. I'm promising you, there's always like a reason or something that you can like reevaluate. And I hope that you guys understood what I'm trying to say. Like I said, it's not about race. It's not about none of that. What I'm trying to say is that now is the time for us to reevaluate what's going on in the world, what's going on around us, and how we can play a part. God didn't just bring you here just to look at it and scroll. No, say something, do something, play your part. How can you make a difference in the world? If you don't like something, change it. You don't want something, change it. Don't just sit there and say, well, I wish that could have happened, or point fingers. Pointing fingers does not help. The only thing that matters is a solution. That is the only thing that matters at the end of the day, the solution. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed what I had to say and understand what I'm trying to say, and understand that I'm not telling you to do anything. I just spoke how I feel about why things happen. And pray for Brittany Griner, pray for Paul Whelan. I don't know if they have other U.S. prisoners over there, but if they do, free the gang. But that's all I wanted to say. Have a good day.